Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Michaela Peters. Oh, I don't like my hair being up because of this stupid thing. Alright, whatever. Okay, so today's video is going to be about, lifestyle, basically, in the US versus Finland or / Europe as a whole. And the inspo from this video came from something I saw on Instagram this morning, which is from the Move Abroad coach, who actually has a significant following. So I'm doing a casual, advertisement for this lady. I know the one guy is always like, I want to move to Finland. Maybe you should connect with her. Anyway, so it's like the American dream versus the European dream. Yeah, I know I'm under stress because my eye keeps twitching. The last time I had this really badly was actually when I first moved to Finland. What is this? Okay, whatever. Alright, so the American dream versus the European dream, because this made me laugh. And it's like in the US, gray highways and traffic-filled commutes. Yeah, this is like why I try not to go anywhere, which is very depressing, because then I can't do fun things if I'm not going anywhere. What do you think? You like going somewhere, don't you? I think you do. I think you don't like being in the house all day, even though you're in a good mood because you slept a lot, so good job. Whereas in Europe, people care about colorful walks and waving to locals and neighbors. Yeah, that's the thing I've always felt, is like being in a car is a very isolating experience unless you're in a car with other people, but it's kind of rare that you're in a car with other people. And then looking at plastic preservatives and chemicals in your food at the grocery store versus fresh, locally sourced foods from markets. I mean, yeah, there's definitely a food difference. And then I like this too. Coffee is chugged down because you're desperate for energy in the US versus in Europe. Coffee is a ritual and social event, and you already have natural energy from the real food. I mean, this is true. Like, coffee is a social thing. It's not like I'm so tired and working so much I need more coffee. Whereas, okay, going towards still that kind of stuff. Normalize dinner in front of screens in the US versus eating on terraces, enjoying real human interaction, laughing, taking your time. So this is really the biggest thing, is that I do feel like my ability to be like socially connected with people in the US is very stunted. Now, it's not because I have an inability to make friends. By the way, I did do some research on why it is hard for most people, obviously not me, to make friends. And that really comes down to people are very afraid of rejection and like feel socially awkward. And they're just like kind of really unsure of the landscape. I guess I just don't really care if people reject me. Like, to be perfectly honest, and I think this is funny, which is why I'm going to share it. Like, I would, like, if I had a crush on somebody when I was a kid, I would just, like, let them know. And then a lot of times they'd be like, I don't like you. And I'd be like, okay, cool. And then that'd be the end of it. Like, whatever. So it's like, yeah, people are going to reject you. Like, why are we taking it so seriously? Like, this is just, you can't choose everyone for a lot of things, including relationships. So somebody needs to get rejected at some point. Okay. This one is just especially relevant for me. No, you do not throw that on the ground. I see what you're doing. Okay, anyway, here, I'll give you some of this. So, open your mouth. You're all done eating? Okay, you're done eating. Cool. Okay, so, in the US, you're worried one health issue could destroy your family's financial safety forever. Amen. And then the only thing you need to worry about is getting better in Europe. So, I really think back to, like, as much as my family, gave me a hard time about giving birth in Finland, it was still, like, easily the best decision I ever made in my entire life. Not even just because of this, but I enjoyed the experience. Like, because I was like, what if I have cancer? I was like, if I have cancer, I'm definitely just going to go stay in Finland because I don't like the doctors at the US. It's just honestly how I feel. This is a really big one. Another one. Political violence and anxiety, severe polarization to the point of maxed out cortisol, tears, constant overthinking, and fearing for yours and others' safety versus, in Europe, politics matter, but they do not consume the very essence of your being. Like, so true. Like, people, I don't know, it's very polarizing in the US, and it's, like, just generally uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to listen to that. So, anyway, it's like if you've had to normalize all this and it feels wrong for you, maybe Europe is calling. And I'm like, yeah, as I keep saying, in another life, I was definitely European. Why did my ancestors not just stay in Italy after all? That would have been way cooler. Yeah, that's on my backlog of lists to do, is figure out what's if I can still apply for that. So, I don't know. I guess the point is, like, you know, I'm even thinking this morning about how much I'm using my dishwasher here versus in Finland. And in Finland, I'm using my dishwasher a lot more because I'm actually having people over my house. Whereas here, you know, you don't really have people over your house that much. I mean, I do sometimes, and I'm not opposed to that. But people really, like, prefer to go out and do stuff. And it's just, like I said, the amount of driving involved in that. And for me, it's just, not only is gas so expensive right now, but for me, it's, like, literally draining. Like, right now, because my neck is killing me, I am just, like, trying to really decline all social events. I will, like, deliberately avoid, like, trying to make plans with my friends who I know live, like, an hour or so away from me, just because it takes so much time out of me. And that's why working remote was really important for me, because I knew commuting was really hard. You know, I used to commute to Rutgers when I was studying there, so it was rough. You know, it's, like, I think that was, like, the most stressful time period in my life. Like, was it more stressful than being pregnant? Financially, for sure, because, like, you know, you're just, I don't know, it was bad. Yeah, so, I don't know. But I think that, you know, the lifestyle in Europe is a lot more chill. I think in the US people are, like, I think the problem is people just really like money. I mean, we all like money. Like, let's just be honest with ourselves. It's just that, like, at a point, you start to realize that the intangible things in life are more important than money, like your health, you know, your, wellness in regard to that, your friends, your family, like, just having part of your life that you enjoy. Like, if everything's about money, at that point, you're, like, worshiping money, and it's, like, it's just a dumb thing to worship. I don't know. So, it's, like, I always quote my grandmother who said that money is a protection, and I think that's true. It's just, you know, everything in the U.S. is marginally more expensive compared to U.S. and highly, in the U.S. compared to Europe, and highly for profit, so it's just, like, it just keeps getting harder, and it's, like, I see the extreme gentrification going on in my area, and I'm about to be one of these people getting gentrified out of here, and it's, like, you know, you have, like, really poor people and really rich people at this point, and it's, like, what, are we gonna have a civil war? Okay, another war at this point, something crazy. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I just know it's not good, but we'll see what happens. Alright, that's everything for today, since we need to get ready to get out of here soon. Until next time, bye.